Hello, everybody, and welcome to Avon High School, the site of tonight's Class D semifinal matchup between the number 2 seeded Avon Braves and the number 3 Alexander Trojans. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News, here to take you through tonight's action between the Braves and Trojans. This is a rematch from a Week 3 contest won by Avon by a final score of 12-10. It's also a rematch of last year's Class D title game. And the winner of tonight's contest, of course, will advance to this year's Class D championship. Before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, let us first thank our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, and that is, if we can get the ads to rotate here. One moment.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Avon Central School for tonight's Class D sectional semifinal football game, which features the number 3 seeded Alexander Trojans versus your number 2 seeded Avon Braves. In keeping with Section 5 sportsmanship guidelines, we encourage all spectators, players, and coaches to keep your cheering positive and in the spirit of good sportsmanship. And now let's bring out the number 2 seed, Alexander Trojans. Stand up on our and make some noise for your Avon Braves.
All right, let's try this again. Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. Here to take you through tonight's action, the Class D semifinal between number 2 seeded Avon and number 3 seed Alexander. As I said before we experienced minor technical difficulties, this is a rematch of a contest from week 3, won by Avon by a final score of 12-10. Also a rematch of last year's Class D title game, also won by Avon, and the winner of this game will advance to this year's Class D championship. And we'll pause one moment for the national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem sung by senior Brian Lewis.
So proudly we have through the twilight's last gleam. Oh, the ramparts we watched through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched through the gallant last gleam. And the rockets red bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sailors, that star-spangled banner yet wave. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, so we're getting set to go here at Avon High School. Once again, my name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. Before we get too deep into tonight's broadcast, let us first thank our sponsors, beginning with our scoreboard sponsor, and that is Casella Waste. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds on Route 5 in Batavia. You'll have to forgive me. We are having some technical difficulties with the scoreboard tonight. Oh, there we go. Martha Burns. I think it's going to skip over her, though. Let's see. Yes, Legendary Laser. Let's see. So sorry about this, folks. As the scoreboard here is lagging behind quite a bit. And that could lead to some difficulties here tonight, but it does seem the stream is strong.
Alexander won the toss and has elected to defer.
We're going to have to figure this out. Just bear with me, folks. I mean, what matters most is we show you the game, but we'd like to have the scoreboard as well.
Start play.
But we are having some minor difficulties here. This is a new issue here.
Kicking off for Alexander will be number 9, Eric Klein. Going back deep is number 7, Thomas Walsh, and number 21, Chris Thompson.
All right, so here we go. Alexander out to kick it away.
Get some! Come on, let's rip it!
And we're underway here at Avon High School as Avon takes the opening kick. Returned by William Greenwood.
Will Greenwood.
He's brought down.
By number 7, Jacob Laney.
And Avon will begin its drive
38-yard line.
at their own 38-yard line. So what we're going to have to do here, I think perhaps during a stoppage of play, we're going to have to switch our hotspot connection here. We do have multiple options because we're going to have to get that scoreboard working here so we can thank our advertisers. But here we go. First play of the drive for Avon here. Andrew Rowland sends a man in motion but decides to take this one himself. Hit hard near the line of scrimmage, brought down after a short gain. Jacob Laney in on the stop.
Making that stop was number 7, Jacob Laney. That one 2 yards, sets up a 2nd and 8.
So 2nd and 8 coming up for Avon here. 11:30 remaining in this first quarter. Rowland goes to the air, just out of the reach, off the fingertips of his intended target. It was Michael Rowland, his younger brother, a sophomore, who just couldn't make the catch as Nick Kramer was in on the coverage for Alexander. So as you see at the bottom of the screen, the Casella Waste scoreboard, they'll also bring you the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game here tonight and tell you all about them as soon as we get things going here on the bottom half of the screen. But glad that we are able to show you this game here. As Rowland goes to the air, going deep, contact down the field, no call. So Chris Thompson, the intended target. Coverage down the field looked like Christian Kissel was there for Alexander. And it's now going to be a 4th and long for the Braves.
Coming into punt is number 4, Dylan Smith. Going back deep is number 7, Jacob Laney.
So we saw a bit of this,
Christian Kissel.
obviously, in the first matchup, especially during, oh, excuse me, punt is away. But a 12-10 win for Avon in that first matchup. A missed field goal from Alexander with time winding down. Could have won the game for the Trojans, but Braves able to hang on and win that game. And Avon's now won 7 straight over Alexander, dating back to 2004. So the Trojans will be looking to turn that tide here tonight. Snap, handoff. Braden Woods, the ball carrier, right up the middle, gain of about 2 or 3, and he's brought down.
Ball carried by number 2, Braden Woods. He was brought down by number 3, Michael Rowland. That was a 3-yard gain, sets up a 2nd and 7.
So second down and about 7 for the Trojans. Kramer under pressure, rolls out, able to get it away, throws it behind his receiver, and it falls incomplete. Laney, the intended target, as it falls to the turf.
In on the coverage was number 7, Thomas Welch. 3rd and 7.
So here's the 3rd down and about 7 for the Trojans. Kramer takes a shotgun snap, pushes up the middle, still on his feet, across the line to gain, and a fresh set of downs coming up for Alexander.
This is a first carry for Alexander. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
So 10 minutes remaining in this first quarter. We are having those minor technical difficulties with our scoreboard. We're going to try to get that fixed up here as soon as we get a stoppage of play, an extended stoppage. There's a first down for Alexander near midfield. Handoff to Woods, and he's carried forward for a gain of about 4.
Ball carried by number 2, Braden Woods.
So 2nd and 6, maybe a 2nd and 7 coming up for Alexander.
That went for 3 yards, sets up a 2nd and 7 from the 49-yard line.
Snap, handoff. Or no, Kramer keeps this himself into the secondary across the 30 and down at about the 24-yard line. What a start for Alexander here. They're inside Braves territory, and they're approaching the red zone. 9 minutes remaining in this first quarter. 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans.
That makes it 1st and 10 from the Avon 24-yard line.
Kramer will go under center now. Sophomore Clayton Beazon, the up man. Senior Braden Woods, the deep back. Hands it to Beazon. Beazon bouncing off tacklers. Eventually he's roped down after a gain of about 1. So 2nd and 9 coming up for Alexander as the Braves look to make a tough stand here.
That was a 1-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 9. In on that stop, number 74, Shane Ellsworth, and number 5, Logan Austin.
So 2nd and 9. Kramer out of the shotgun. Snap. Takes it himself. And he dives forward for a gain of about 6. So 3rd and about 3 coming up. So 7:20 remaining in this first quarter. 3rd down and about 3 for Alexander. Kramer takes the snap. Dodging tacklers in the backfield. Eventually, he's carried forward. Looks like Brian Vonglis in there on the stop. That's going to bring up a 4th down for the Trojans. Kramer did not get there. That's going to be a 4th and 1 now. And it looks like the Trojans will keep the offense on the field. Ball at the 15-yard line, facing that 4th and 1. Kramer takes the snap. Out of the shotgun, not sure if he got there, and I don't think he did. Avon's sideline is celebrating as the Braves believe they got the stop, and they did. Turnover on downs, the Braves will take back over. We'll be right back. I will instruct you, I'm going to switch the internet. If the stream does disconnect, please just refresh our YouTube page and we will be up as soon as we possibly can. But as I said before, we need to get our scoreboard working again. All right, I believe we're back live as Andrew Rowland going deep down the middle of the field. And that's complete as the Braves are now inside Trojans territory. The deep ball from Rowland to Greenwood, and Avon is on the move. So what you missed, I believe you missed, were two running plays from Avon. One was called back by a holding penalty, and the other went for minimal gain before the deep ball from Rowland to Greenwood. Rowland, excuse me. Rowland takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Thomas Welch pushing forward, so we do have our scoreboard working. We have made that correction, and you didn't miss much. You missed two really meaningless running plays before the big chunk play from Rowland to Greenwood. So we'd like to apologize for the technical difficulties that we've experienced here tonight, but hopefully smooth sailing from this point forward. Rowland takes the snap, going right up the gut, and that's going to be near a first down following the 2nd and 5 play.
Leading the charge was number 4, Mason Bump.
So that is going to move the chains. 1st and 10. We'll get our clock on par with the game clock here. 4:25 remaining in this first quarter. 1st and 10, and as soon as we get an opportunity, we will thank our sponsors here tonight. Snap, Rowland looking to run, option play, but he'll keep it himself. Running near the sideline, another good gain for the Braves senior quarterback. So a 7-yard gain, 2nd and 3 coming up for Avon. That was a lengthy drive from Alexander, but they weren't able to get anything out of it after the shotgun run from Kramer went for nothing on 4th and 1. And that went for nothing as Welch is stacked up. Gavin Smith-Crandall and Cole Dean in on the tackle for loss. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. So once again, you see at the bottom of your screen the Casella Waste scoreboard. Whether you're looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business, call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. So here's Rowland rolling out, looking to throw on 3rd and 5, going deep. He's got a man! Touchdown, Avon! Rowland to Dylan Smith. And the Braves are on the board. It's 6-0 with 3:29 remaining in this first quarter. So on for the point after is junior Richard Bryce, looking to make it a 7-0 game. 2 big pass plays from the Braves, one to William Greenwood, one to Dylan Smith, as Avon in the end zone. And now we await the PAT. Snap is good, kick is good. It's 7-0. So once again, we'd like to thank Casella Waste, your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years, whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers. Georgian Swede has the equipment you need, including Hyundai construction equipment. Georgian Swede has been a dealer of Hyundai construction equipment since 1994, selling and servicing Hyundai machines longer than anyone in this state. Also, Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson at Keller Williams Realty. Martha is always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 585-319-8517 or stop at their new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. We have one more sponsor to get to following the kickoff here from the Braves. That comes after the first touchdown of the game, and that ball bounces off an Alexander player. It's loose. Who's got it? Alexander did recover. Apologize for the shoddy camera work, trying to do a million things at once here, but that ball went off the front line of the Alexander return team and bounced around for a moment before the Trojans were able to fall on it. So Alexander, crisis averted there. 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans, trailing 7-0. Like I said, one more sponsor to get to following this first down play from Alexander. Man in motion. And Kramer keeps it himself straight up the middle. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Trojans. And of course, we'd like to thank Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. Located at 142 D'Angelo Parkway in Avon. That's mobile, or Legendary Mobile Laser Tag, excuse me. So handoff, Braden Woods. A good stand from the Avon defense. Looked like it was Michael Rowland, the leading tackler for this Braves defense, who was the first one there.
Tackled by number 3, Michael Rowland. 1 yard gain on the play. 3rd down and 4 from midfield.
All right, so here we go. 3rd and 4. Coming up for the Trojans, a big down here as they marched nearly all the way down the field on their last drive and stalled out on a 4th and 1. We'll see if they can convert for the first down here. Kramer turns around, hands it off to Braden Woods. He's tripped up, but keeps his footing, and he's near the line to gain, but I think he's going to be 1 yard shy, and that's going to bring up another 4th and 1, I believe, for the Trojans. And it is another 4th and 1 here for Alexander. And we knew this game was going to be a game of inches, but the Trojans taking that quite literally here as they look to convert their second 4th down opportunity. Kramer, this time under center, and he takes it himself, and that's going to be a first down for the Trojans. You have to wonder why they didn't do that the first time around. Instead, they put Kramer in the shotgun, and he never got back to the line of scrimmage, and this time they put him under center, and he converts for the first down. So on the Casella Waste scoreboard, 7-0 Avon, 1:15 remaining here in this first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Trojans, who come in as the number 3 seed against the Braves, the number 2 seed. Shotgun snap, fakes the handoff to Woods. This time he loops it out to Bizon, and the Braves are all over it. Welch along with Chris Thompson there on the stop for the Braves. And that's going to bring up a second and long, 2nd and 13 for the Trojans here. So this should be the final play of the first quarter as Kramer looking to throw. He's under pressure and he's dropped. Adam Mariani in there to record the sack for the Braves. And it comes in a big spot as that sets up a 3rd and 19 here for Alexander. As we've reached the end of the first quarter, we head to the second. It's 7-0 Avon, and the Trojans in dire circumstances here. Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella, your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds on Route 5 in Batavia. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years. Whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers, Georgian Swede has the equipment you need, including Hyundai construction equipment. Also, Keller Williams and licensed real estate salesperson Martha Burns. Martha is always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 585-319-8517 or stop in at their new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. So the 3rd down and long play from Alexander doesn't reach the line to gain, and the clock will continue to wind with 11:40 to go here in this second quarter. And that's going to bring up 4th and 12. Coming up for the Trojans. We do have that one last sponsor to get to here as Alexander will punt it away. Bizon set to kick. He gets a good leg on it, and the Alexander roll bouncing inside the 5, and what a kick from Bizon as Woods is there to down it at the 1-yard line. So that's how you flip the field. Clayton Bizon, what a kick. As we'd also like to thank Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. Located at 142 D'Angelo Parkway in Avon. Like us on Facebook or go to our website, gametruckparty.com/Avon/parties/laser-tag or call 585-313-7032. So the Casella Waste scoreboard, 11:09 remaining in this first half as the Braves are backed up deep inside their own territory. Trips to the right. Rowland going deep, and that one swatted away. And it's going to be a 2nd and 10 coming up for Avon. So here are the Braves after the incompletion. Looked like Rowland took that ahead himself for a gain of about 4. Or no, a gain of about 8. So 3rd and 2 on the far side of the field here with 10:40 remaining in the first half. big third down here for the Braves. Handoff goes to Welch. Stopped after a short gain, but I believe that's going to be enough for the first. And it is. That's a fresh set of downs coming up for Avon on the conversion run from Welch. So once again, as you see on the Casella Way scoreboard, 7-0 Avon. We'll give you a few other score updates from around the league in a moment. Plenty of local teams still alive in the sectional playoffs. This time a big gain up the middle, and Welch gets enough for another Avon first down. Ricky Townley there for the stop for Alexander, but not before Welch is able to gain about 11 yards. So as I said, we will give you updates throughout the night from around Section 5. 20-0, Oakfield, Alabama Alba leading Calmon Byron Burgeon. 3 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter. CMBB pulled off an upset victory last week, but not off on the right foot to begin their semifinal matchup with the Aggies as flags come in here. After a short run from Welch, we'll see what the call is. And it's a personal foul on Alexander. It's a face mask. So that will improve the Braves' field position here with 9:16 remaining in the second quarter. Another update from around the league. 7-0, East Rochester Gananda leads Letchworth Perry Warsaw in that Class C semifinal. Letchworth Perry Warsaw pulled off a minor upset over Livonia in terms of the seeding, but that was their second straight win for LPW over the Bulldogs this year. So 1st and 10 for the Braves. Rowland under duress, dodging tacklers, but he's unable to as he's sacked. Looked like the first one there was Cole Dean. And Rowland is dropped for a significant loss. 2nd and 17. Coming up for the Braves. So 5 wide for Avon before Welch goes in motion back into the backfield. As you would think, this would be a passing down, maybe a screen, a draw. And a timeout is called.
There was a timeout called
By the Braves. So 2nd and 17, 8:08 remaining. So once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Casella Waste. Looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years. Whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers, Georgian Swede has the equipment you need. Also, Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson for Keller Williams Realty. Martha is always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 319-8517 or stop in at their new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. So out of the timeout, the Braves, a long second down, and Rowland going deep, and it's off the hands of Welch. He had him wide open for the first down and much, much more. But Welch, typically sure-handed, unable to make the play And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 17 now for the Braves. What a missed opportunity there, as Avon has looked impressive in the deep passing game in the early going. The Braves have just had wide receivers and, in that case, a running back running free in the secondary. Trojans need to get that shirt up as the game goes along. 3rd and long, Rowland looking to throw, trying to set up the screen, but instead he throws it away, and Avon will look to fight another day as they send on the punting crew as they face a 4th and 17 here. We'd also like to thank Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. Located at 142 D'Angelo Parkway in Avon. Like us on Facebook or go to our website. So here's the snap on the punt from the Braves. And it's a good kick. And the ball is muffed by the Trojans, and a big hit delivered. I think Alexander was able to fall on it, and they did, but my oh my. Alexander a few inches away from disaster on a number of occasions here tonight. But they will take over possession with 7:49 remaining in this first half. A 1st and 10 coming up for Alexander. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line of the Trojans. Snap, handoff to Woods, spinning forward, still on his feet. Gain of about 6, Braden Woods. Nice running from the Trojan senior.
6 yards, setting up a 2nd down and 4 from the 46-yard line.
So this game started a long drive from the Trojans, stalled out on a 4th and 1. Avon responded with a pretty quick scoring drive. It's 7-0 following the touchdown pass from Rowland and the PAT from Bryce, as Bizon is tackled after a gain of 1. 3rd and 3 coming up for Alexander. Greenwood and Dylan Smith, William Greenwood and Dylan Smith, both with long receptions during that drive. Smith caught the touchdown pass. So a critical 3rd and 3 coming up for Alexander here. Ball near midfield. Woods the deep man, Bizon the up man. Kramer looking to throw. Gets it away, complete to Bizon. He's contacted behind the line and dropped. 4th and long coming up for the Braves. Or no, excuse me, 4th and 5. So not too long coming up for the Braves. For the Trojans, excuse me. When things go wrong at the beginning of the broadcast, sometimes I lose my concentration, but we're trying to regain here. As are the Trojans after a rough start for them as well, as they're forced to punt once again. Bizon gets the punt away near the sideline. Another good kick. Ball goes out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10 coming up for the Braves. 5:38 remaining here in this first half. So here are the Braves set to begin their latest drive. A late substitution coming on for the Braves. Shane Ellsworth Running on as the play clock winds down. Braves get the snap off. Rowland pitches it to Welch. Tried to spear his way forward, and a flag comes in. So we'll have to sort this one out. Short run from Welch, gain of about 1, and a flag came in right at about the point of the tackle. And that's going to be a face mask on the Trojans. So 2 face mask penalties on the Trojans in the early going, and it's going to be a 1st and 5 now.
It is 1st and 5.
Rowland clears the backfield. Welch catches the swing pass. And another flag comes in. And it looks like this one may come back due to a holding call. And it will.
We have a holding call on Avon.
That one will go against the Braves. Here's another update from Oakfield, Alabama. The Aggies 27-0 over visiting Calmon Byron Burgeon. 10 minutes and 30 seconds remain in the first half.
After the holding call, Avon will have a 1st and 11.
So 1st and 11 coming up for the Braves now. As we've gone back and forth to begin this drive with penalties. Rowland takes the snap, hands it to Welch, falling forward. Gain of about 2 or 3, going to bring up a 2nd and 9. Trips are to the right. Welch is in the backfield. He takes the handoff. Works his way forward for a gain of about 3. 3rd and about 4. Or 3rd and about 5, excuse me. So we're approaching the 4-minute mark. A quick moving first half here. As we have another update from Class C, East Rochester Ganonda 14-7 over Letchworth Perry Warsaw. In the second quarter, Bailey Shell the touchdown for LPW. It's courtesy of Jimmy Jam at CJ Country. And that one's picked off! Jake Laney snatches that one out of the air, and the Trojans are in business. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Alexander with 3:45 remaining in this first half. Alexander with great field position inside the red zone at the 15-yard line. What a play from Laney. And the way that this game was going, that is exactly what you didn't need if you were Avon. You were controlling things on both sides of the ball. And now you've opened the door for Alexander to score on a short field. Something that may come into play here. Alexander does have a capable kicker from about 40 yards out. Senior Eric Klein did miss a 37-yarder that would have won the game for Alexander in their 12-10 defeat at the hands of the Braves earlier this season, but Klein has proven himself capable of making field goals, and he could come into play on this drive and moving forward in this game. So the interception from Laney has the Trojans set up. 2nd and 7 now. Kramer will go out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Looking to throw near the end zone up top. And it's knocked away, but caught on the deflection. Clayton Bizon. With our angle, it was difficult to see exactly what happened, but it looked like the ball was knocked away from its initial intended target. The sophomore, Clayton Bizon, Johnny on the spot to snag it out of the air for the touchdown reception. 2:59 remaining in this first half, and all of a sudden the Trojans are within one with Klein on for the PAT. What a play from Bizon, and what concentration to come away with that touchdown reception. Snap, hold, kick. We got a tie ball game, 7-7. The interception from Laney turns into the wild touchdown catch from Bizon, and we got ourselves a ball game here at Avon High School, 2:59 remaining in the half. Once again, we'd like to thank Casella Waste. Looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Also, Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson at Keller Williams Realty. Martha is always going the extra yard for you. Also, legendary mobile laser tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. That's legendary mobile laser tag. So what a game we have going on here at Avon High School. Alexander struggling out of the gate, but an interception from Jacob Laney has completely flipped the momentum in the favor of the Trojans. Inside 3 minutes to go in this first half, so plenty of time for the Braves to regain the lead, but Big Mo certainly on Alexander's side at this moment. So Klein set to kick it away, puts it in the air, and it looks like Avon's going to let this one go out of bounds, and they do. So the flag comes in, and we'll see if they elect for a re-kick or just take the penalty yardage. I think they're going to take the penalty yardage. So that's going to set up Avon with a solid drive start here from their own 35-yard line. So certainly not what you want if you're the Trojans following the two big plays as Klein kicks it out of bounds. So here we go, 1st and 10. Rowland is alone in the backfield. Takes the snap. He'll run this time, and he's brought down. Gavin Smith Crandall from the weak side, a senior defensive lineman. A big play on 1st down, and that sets up a 2nd and 13. So that's certainly been a problem for Avon when they've gone to the empty backfield. The Trojans have been able to get penetration and make things difficult on Rowland and the other ball carriers for Avon. Snap, Rowland up the middle this time, and that's going to be a quality gain of about 10 yards. And maybe 10 was a bit generous, as that's going to bring up 3rd and 4. An update from Batavia. They are tied with the Wayne Eagles, 14-14 in the Class B semifinal. The number 2 Blue Devils looking to punch their ticket to their 2nd consecutive Class B title game as Rowland nowhere to go along the edge. Looked like it was Ricky Townley there on the stop. As I believe a flag has come in. And we'll see what the call is here. A lot of laundry has hit the field here at Avon High School early on in this one. So a blindside block on the Braves. That's a personal foul. And that could disrupt what they have going here as time winds down in the first half. And Braves head coach Andy Englert looks for an explanation. As the blindside block is the call. I believe that's going to be a 3rd and 19. About a 3rd and 18. So 3rd and 18 coming up for the Braves as a delay here. As we have 3rd down, I believe, but the marker on the opposite side of the field says 2nd, and he will, yes, the chain crew will flip it to 3rd. It's a 3rd and 18 coming up for Avon as the clock has started to wind here. And another whistle. So unsure what the cause of this delay is, but these 2 delays have worked about 6 seconds off the game clock. So an update from the other Class D semi. Calmum trying to muster some sort of an effort here. 27-6 now. Calmum Byron Burgeon trails Oakfield Alabama Elba, the other Class D semifinal. It's still in the first half at Oakfield. So this has turned into quite the delay here following the blindside block penalty, and it looks like the Trojans are considering declining the penalty and setting up a 4th and about 5 or 6 as head coach Tim Sawyer is chatting things over with the head official. Sawyer in his 18th season as head coach for Alexander, and on the other side, Englert in his 23rd season. So these two have been around a while, and they've had plenty of tough matchups against one another. And another one here tonight, a 7-7 ball game with 1:26 remaining in the first half. A Jacob Laney interception set up the Alexander touchdown to even the score. So this is incredible how long this delay is taking. Not sure any delay should ever take this long, but this one is certainly grinded down to a halt in a hurry. And it doesn't look like this delay is going to end anytime soon. My goodness. I'm not one to talk. I had my own struggles tonight with the scoreboard. Really out of my control, but it looks like we're ready to go. 3rd and very, very long coming up for Avon here. The clock will wind with 1:25 remaining in the half. Rowland sends Welch in motion. Looks to throw, goes deep down the middle, and a diving interception made. It's Ricky Townley. The second turnover by this Braves offense and the second takeaway by this Trojans defense. So Alexander will take back over. 1st and 10, 1:12 remaining in the first half. Still time to do some work if you're Alexander. What a catch from Townley. Really a full extension there to make the interception. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Kramer out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Pressure from the weak side, sniffed it out, and is able to work his way forward for a gain of about 5.
Ball run by number
Great awareness there from Kramer as he knew the rush was coming from his backside. Able to evade it and work his way forward for the gain, and we'll call it a gain of 6. 2nd and 4 coming up. And with 58 seconds remaining here in this first half, the Trojans have taken, I believe, their first timeout of the half. So once again, before this first half is through, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Also, Empire Tractor. Georgian Swede Sales and Service. Martha Burns and Keller Williams Realty. Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. So thank you to those sponsors, as they've helped us bring you live Section 5 football throughout the season. Timeout called by Alexander here. They're near midfield. Time under a minute to play in the second quarter. Trojans looking to take their first lead of the game. So I think I was right initially. It is going to be a 2nd and 5 for Alexander here. And it looked like Kramer was the one who hopped early, and that's going to be a false start. So that'll set up a 2nd and 10 back where we started. Snap. Kramer looking to throw. Gets it away near the sideline. Dangerous throw, and it falls incomplete. 3rd and 10. As Kissel was his intended target. Christian Kissel, a junior tight end. So it's going to set up a 3rd and 10. 49 seconds remain here in this first half. So another update, Class B, Section 6. Medina leads 9-0 in the second quarter of their semifinal matchup. Mustangs looking to win their 2nd consecutive sectional championship. It's Kramer, patient, running, and he's across the line to gain. Deep into the Avon secondary, and that's a first down for Alexander, and another timeout called by the Trojans. 41 seconds still remaining here.
That is their 2nd timeout.
So it looked like Alexander was going to be forced to punt, but a solid run from Kramer, showing patient running, letting his blocking set up in front of him, and able to get the first down, and now inside Braves territory, and a chance to perhaps set up a field goal for Klein, or maybe even a touchdown. This would be big for the Trojans. I think that is better left unsaid. An update from the other Class D semifinal. OAE continues to pour it on. After a 60-point effort last week, it's 33-6. Aggies leading Calmon Byron Burgeon. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. 41 seconds remaining in this first half as Kramer rolls out under pressure, and he throws it away. So he was under pressure. The man chasing him, Logan Austin, forcing that throwaway. Second and 10 now coming up for the Trojans. So the 2nd and 10 coming up for the Trojans. Kramer takes the snap, looking to throw, has a man, complete. Ben Merrill inside the 30.
Pass is caught by Ben Merrill.
So it's not a first down, 3rd and 1. Coming up for Alexander here, and they've called their final timeout of the half. A 3rd and 1 coming up from about the 28-yard line. Trojans need about 10 yards more to set up a reasonable field goal for Klein. And they won't hesitate to pull the trigger on that. Klein, a significant factor in the Trojans semifinal win last season over the Oakfield Alabama Alba Aggies. 3 field goals in that game. Gave the Trojans the win, so he's proven himself before on the big stage, and head coach Tim Sawyer won't hesitate to pull the trigger with Klein here in the final 22 seconds. An update from Section 5 volleyball. Leroy, sectional champions with a 4-set win over Attica. So congratulations to the Knights. So here we go, 3rd and 1 for Alexander, and if they are able to convert, they'll have to get out of bounds or spike it quickly. And Kramer does work his way out of bounds there, and he picks up the first down. That's exactly what the Trojans needed. Now I think they'll elect to dial up a few pass plays near the sideline here. Halftime in the Class C semifinal, East Rochester Ganonda leading Letchworth Perry Warsaw 21-7. So 17 seconds remaining in the half. Kramer back to pass. Going deep, and that one's picked off. Looked like a miscommunication on the route, and a leaping interception made by Rowland as he returns the favor following 2 interceptions of his own. 12 seconds remaining. The Braves take back over, and that should do it for this first half. What a ball game we've had here at Avon High School. It's lived up to its billing, a low-scoring, smash-mouth affair, and it looks like we're going to go to the break tied at 7. Rowland under center. He'll take the snap, and he'll kneel out the final 12 seconds of this second quarter. We head to the half. It's 7-7 here in this Class D semifinal. My name's Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. And before we take a quick break, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Are you looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella is your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Always putting your waste to work. Call Casella today, 585-308-0662 for a quote. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years. Whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers, Georgian Swede is the equipment you need, including Hyundai construction equipment. Also, Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson at Keller Williams Realty. Martha Burns is always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 585-319-8517 or stop at their new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. And last but not least, legendary mobile laser tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. Located at 142 D'Angelo Parkway in Avon. Like us on Facebook or go to our website, GameTruckParty.com/Avon/parties/laser tag or call 585-313-7032. So we head to the halftime break. We'll be back after a short break here at Avon. It's 7-7 between the Braves and the Trojans. All right, and we're back here at Avon High School for this Class D semifinal. Number 2 Avon and number 3 Alexander deadlocked at 7 following the first 24 minutes of play. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. We'll take you back through what occurred in the first half. Alexander, a lengthy drive on its first drive of the game, only to stall out on a 4th and 1 inside the red zone. That led to a Braves touchdown, 2 long completions, 1 to William Greenwood, and then the touchdown reception from Dylan Smith, both from senior quarterback Andrew Rowland, gave the Braves the first lead of the game at 7-0. A bunch of time passed before Alexander was able to respond as an interception from Jake Laney led to a touchdown pass from Nick Kramer off the hands of its intended target and into the waiting arms of Clayton Bizon, who showed great awareness, catching the ball off the deflection in the end zone for the score. Both point-after attempts were good. Avon's from junior kicker Richard Bryce, and Alexander's from senior kicker Eric Klein. And that's where we sit, 7-7, as we get ready for this third quarter. Wanted to get to this during the first half, but some issues did not allow me to. We'll take you back through what happened in the Week 3 win for Avon over Alexander, a 12-10 victory for the Braves over the Trojans. Alexander missed a potential game-winning 37-yard field goal with 30 seconds remaining in that game. The field goal would have broken a drought during what turned out to be a scoreless second half. In the first half, Klein knocked down a 39-yard field goal to give Alexander an early 3-0 lead, but minutes later, Braves senior quarterback Andrew Rowland scored a rushing touchdown to give Avon a 6-3 advantage. The lead changed hands quickly once again when Alexander senior quarterback Nick Kramer scored from 1 yard out to put Alexander out in front, 10-6. Rowland then scored again before the first half was through with 29 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and that gave the Braves the lead, which turned out to be for good. So it was a back-and-forth contest in that one, and it's been a back-and-forth start early in this one. The Braves dominated much of that first half, but that interception from Laney has seemed to turn the tide, as now it's Alexander heading into the second half with the momentum. Avon will return the opening kickoff of the third quarter, as Alexander will look to keep it right here at 7-7. So once again, before the second half gets started, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Also, Empire Tractor. Georgian Swede Sales and Service. Keller Williams Realty and licensed real estate salesperson Martha Burns. And also legendary mobile laser tag. A quick scheduling note, be sure to join us tomorrow. And I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier. Alexander will return the kickoff. My apologies. Both A names sometimes it's a little confusing, but Alexander set to return the kickoff here. But a quick scheduling note, as tomorrow afternoon at noon on the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News Facebook and YouTube channel, we will be showing the Class C semifinal between Leroy and Bath Haverling. That game, like I said, scheduled for noon kickoff, so be sure to join us tomorrow. So here comes Alexander, set to return the opening kickoff of the third quarter, and this one goes out of bounds. So that's the second kick we've seen go out of bounds. Alexander's last kick of the first half went past the sideline, and now we see the Braves' opening kick of the third quarter go out of bounds. So 1st and 10 for Alexander, quality field position coming up here for the Trojans. We've been providing you updates from around Section 5 throughout the first half, and we'll be sure to do so as the game continues here. Kramer takes the snap, hands it to Woods, and he crashes forward for a gain of about 6.
Ball carried by number 2, Braden Wood. That went for 6 yards. The tackle for Avon was by number 12, Andrew Rowland. 2nd and 4.
So here comes the 2nd and 4 play for the Trojans. It's been a mixed bag offensively for both of these teams, using both the ground game and the passing game, as both quarterbacks more than capable. As Woods takes that one ahead for a gain of about 2, I believe, before his forward progress was stopped. It should bring up a long 2. We'll call it a 3rd and 3, though, coming up for the Trojans. But as I said, both of these quarterbacks capable of throwing the football, and we've seen it here tonight. Both had 8 touchdown passes on the season. Kramer 553 passing yards on 66% completion, while Rowland completed 60% of his passes and totaled 922 passing yards during the regular year. Actually, those numbers do include their both teams' week 1 sectional games as well. So Woods takes that one ahead, and that's going to be a 1st down for the Trojans. So Alexander going with the ground game to begin this second half, and it pays off with an early 1st down. Another update from the other Class D semifinal. OAE with a point to prove this postseason, 60-plus points in its opening round sectional win, and now 42-6 lead over Calmon Byron Burgeon at the half. So Woods tripped up. Short gain of about 1, 2nd and 9 coming up now. Nice defensive play made there.
Tackled by number 34, Derek Graham.
It looked like Derek Graham was in there on the stop.
That was a 1-yard gain, setting up a 2nd and 9.
Kramer out of the shotgun, takes it himself right up the middle, contacted at the line, and taken down after a gain of 1.
That sets up a 3rd down and 8.
So here's the 3rd and 8 for Alexander. Ball near midfield. We've seen the Trojans elect to go to the ground on a 3rd and long previously, so the whole playbook available here for Kramer, and it looked like he was going to run that before the flag comes out. And that's an offside penalty on the Braves. Huge penalty on Avon. And Alexander moves up 5 yards.
That will now make it a 3rd down and 3 for Alexander on the Avon 47-yard line.
So another costly penalty from the Braves, and now the Trojans can expand the playbook even more. It is now likely 4-down territory for the Trojans, barring a sizable loss, and Kramer will get the 1st down. Slips through the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 coming up for Alexander now.
Kramer in on that stop with number 71, Turner Bronx. It is 1st and 10 from the Avon 40.
So Alexander grinding things out on this drive. And the penalty proved costly. 1st and 10 for the Trojans, 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Another flag comes out near the line as Bizon is driven back after a gain of about 1. We'll sort out the penalty here. Looks like it's going to be against the Trojans. False start on Alexander, and Avon will accept the penalty and back them up to a 1st and 15. First and long for Alexander. Kramer out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Pump fakes. Throwing off his back foot. What a beautiful touch throw from Kramer. And he has his man down the field. Jacob Laney, the big reception. But a flag behind the play. And it looks like this one's coming back. A legal man downfield, it looks like. As Kramer took a little bit of time to get that ball away. A beautiful throw. And a nice catch from Laney as well. So a legal man downfield. That's going to back up Alexander 5 more yards. 1st and 20. What a turn of events. I can't stress enough what a beautiful touch throw that was from Kramer. Falling away, able to put it right where it needed to be, but obviously the penalty takes it off the board. So a good stand there from the Avon defense. Looked like William Greenwood was in there along with Derek Graham and Thomas Welch. So 2nd and 19 after the gain of 1. A physical game here tonight, and I stopped at both teams' practices this week, and both head coaches mentioned physicality as one of the keys to victory. Which team could out-physical the other, and thus far it's really been a stalemate, and it's shown up as much on the scoreboard. Second and long, Kramer, a little bit of misdirection. Puts his foot in the ground, cuts it up the middle, and gains about 3 yards. 3rd and 16. Coming up for Alexander. I'll call it 3rd and 17 here. So they may have embellished the gain a little bit. But once again, a quick-moving 3rd quarter like we saw the 1st quarter go by very quickly. A little bit more excitement in the 2nd quarter, including an extended delay on a penalty, but it's been a well-paced game, and the officials have done a nice job here tonight. Kramer back to pass. Plenty of time. All day to throw. Now under pressure, and he's sacked. Questionable decision there from Kramer as he was outside of the pocket, could have thrown the ball away, decided to hang on to it, and Dylan Smith is there for the sack. Not sure what Kramer was thinking on that play, but in the end it doesn't matter that much because it would have been a 4th down regardless. But it's just 4th and a little bit longer now. 4th and 25. For the Trojans as Bizon is on to punt it away. Line drive kick on the ground, and Bizon has done a nice job with these line drive kicks, putting that top spin on it and getting about 10 to 15 yards extra. And he's also angled them near the sideline nicely to not allow Avon much of a return. Special teams a focus for this Alexander team, a small rostered Class D program. Little things come into play, and you see the field goal kicking from Klein and the punting from Bizon has really been a strength of theirs these past several years. Bizon obviously a younger player, but Klein has been around for quite some time. So 1st and 10 for Avon here. Ball is at their own 19-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Doesn't go for much. Looked like a no gain, so 2nd and 10 coming up. So Alexander's lone loss this season came at the hands of the Braves, and Avon's lone loss came at the hands of #1 seed Oakfield, Alabama, Elba. So it's really been these three teams in contention for the title all year, and it's played out that way in the postseason. So here's the 2nd and 10. Rowland takes the shotgun snap, and he'll run it himself. Another good stand from the Trojans defense, but Rowland a decent gain of about 4 yards, setting up a 3rd and manageable here. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Braves. Nearing 4 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, as you see on the Casella Way scoreboard. Told you at the beginning of the broadcast, we will also honor the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. So be sure to stay tuned for that and provide your opinions on our Facebook or YouTube page in the comment section. And we'll also be honoring the TF Brown's top trench performer near game's end. That's the top man in the trenches. So here we go, 3rd and 6. Rowland looking to throw, going deep, and it's out of the reach of his intended target. He was going for Michael Rowland, and it falls incomplete. 4th and 6 coming up for the Braves, and they will send the punting unit onto the field. So here comes Smith on to kick it away. Christian Kissel back to return for Alexander, and he has the ability to take it the distance, as we saw in one of our early season streams, or late season streams, I should say. In Alexander's win over Notre Dame, Kissel returned a punt about 80 yards for a touchdown in that game.
Alexander will have it 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
So 3:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Alexander will take back over on offense. Ball near midfield at their own 48-yard line.
Hey, coach, let's go. Billy. Coach, put me on the field.
All right, so here we go. 3:25 remaining in the 3rd. Alexander to begin its drive here. Both cheerleading squads on site here despite the cold temperatures. Early November football. That's a loss of 1 on the play from Woods. The Avon defense starting to bull its neck here in the 2nd half. Snap. Kramer takes it himself. And a big stand made by big number 74, Shane Ellsworth, as he was there like a brick wall to stop Kramer's progress. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Trojans. And that's one thing that is clear about this Avon team. Every time it takes the field, it has the size advantage up front. Senior Shane Ellsworth, Senior Carter Frank, Junior Nolan Clare, Junior Dakota Halata, Junior Matthew Malley, and Senior Nick Antkoyak have all spent time pushing the piles up front for the Braves this season. And boy, they've done a fine job here tonight. Kramer back to throw under pressure, and he's dropped. William Greenwood bursts into the backfield and drops Kramer for a big loss on 3rd down, and that will force Alexander to punt it away. 4th and 20 for the Trojans.
This is a return area.
Bizon takes the snap. Another good kick. And it bounces inside the 25 to the 23. And that is where Avon will begin its drive with 1:10 remaining in the third quarter. What a ball game this has been, a defensive struggle as it remains tied at 7. Time winding down here in the third. An update from the Class C semifinal. Letchworth Perry Warsaw down 27-7 against top-seeded East Rochester Gananda. So here we go, the beginning of the Avon drive. They'll spread things out as they have pretty regularly here tonight with Welch in the backfield. He'll take the handoff up the middle and doesn't get much. As a big stop made by 72, Gavin Smith-Crandall. He's had himself a big night. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Braves. And like I said with Avon, Alexander not as well sized as this Braves front, but definitely equally talented. Smith-Crandall, a senior left tackle on the offensive side of the ball. Junior left guard Connor Thompson. Senior center Matt Jason. Junior right guard Cole Dean, who we've heard plenty from this evening, as Welch, a big gain and a first down for the Braves. My apologies on the lag in the camera work there, looking at the roster, trying to tell you about these big men for Alexander because they deserve some love too. We also forgot senior right tackle Scott Marzoff. So that's the group up front for Alexander, and it's been a battle between these two trench groups here tonight. Time under 10 seconds to go in the third. First down near midfield for the Braves. A jet sweep as the handoff goes to Chris Thompson, looking to gain the edge. He's eventually brought down as it looked like Townley was there to help deliver the finishing blow. That's going to do it for the third quarter of play. We head to the fourth. It remains a 7-7 ball game, but Avon is on the move. Once again, we'd like to tell you about our sponsors, which we are very thankful for. Casella Waste, looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster or roll-off service for your place of business. Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella, your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Always putting your waste to work. Call Casella today, 585-308-0662. Also, Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years. Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson at Keller Williams Realty. Always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 585-319-8517 or stop at Keller Williams' new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. And lastly, Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. GameTruckParty.com/Avon/party/laser-tag or call 313-7032. So here we go. We're ready to begin the fourth quarter of play. 12 minutes to decide who will reach the Class D title game. Man in motion, but the handoff goes to Welch up the middle. He's stacked up after a gain of 1. As I change my down and distance here, that was a 2nd and 6. It's now a 3rd and 5. And I think this will be our last update from the other Class D semifinal. It's now 47-6, OAE leading CMBB in the second half. Rowland looking to throw downfield, and he has a man! Chris Thompson on the reception, and it's a big one inside the 30, down at about the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Braves. Avon in business as they are nearing the red zone. Strong throw from Rollins, strong catch from Thompson, and here come the Braves. Rollins takes the snap, takes it himself, a good fake to Welch, and he's able to gain about 5 or 6 yards. 2nd and 4 coming up. He left that in the belly of Welch for quite some time. Looked like it took with it, the fake did, about half of the Alexander defense. So 2nd and about 5 or 6 as I embellish the gain once again. Tough to tell on these angles sometimes. Also don't have the benefit of a spotter. Rowland fakes the handoff, takes this one himself, leaping over the line of scrimmage. And that's going to be a 1st down. Explosive run from Rowland. And that sets up a 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Rowland came down at the 12-yard line, so Avon can still get a 1st down at about the 2. And with how this game's going, who's to say that this drive won't decide the ball game? Rowland takes it up the middle, another good gain. And I believe he got about 7 yards. So 2nd and 3. So Avon has utilized the no huddle well tonight. Not necessarily the fast-paced no huddle, but keeping Alexander guessing and not allowing them to substitute. Rowland takes it up the middle, diving into the end zone. Touchdown, Braves! .9:14 remaining in this ball game, and Avon has taken its 2nd lead of the game. It's 13-7. And what an important kick that this is, as Bryce has not been automatic on PATs this year, but a good snap, a good kick, but it's wide left. So it remains a 6-point ball game as Bryce misses his 10th PAT of the year. But Avon will take it. They have the lead, 13-7, 9:14 remaining. Plenty of time, and look at this Avon sideline pumping up their cheering section, the Avon Green Gang. So what a critical drive this will be for the Trojans as they look to respond to the go-ahead touchdown from the Braves. Both of these teams looking to punch their ticket into their 2nd consecutive Section 5 title game. This would be the 6th consecutive, Class D title game for the Trojans. But Avon now out in front, but that 6-point deficit looming large now. So kick is on the ground. And it goes out of bounds. And quality field position coming up for the Trojans. Seen plenty of those tonight as it's the 3rd kick that's rolled out of bounds here this evening. So we'll take you back through what happened. First half action, a touchdown pass from Andrew Rowland to Dylan Smith got the scoring started. Bryce was good on that PAT, 7-0 lead for the Braves. Later in the first half, Clayton Bizon caught a deflected touchdown pass from Nick Kramer, and Eric Klein's PAT even the score at 7. And now the latest touchdown from the Braves has regained their lead at 13-7.
as we approach the 9-minute mark of this fourth quarter. 2nd and 8. Coming up for the Trojans after the short gain on the ground. Kramer out of the shotgun, Bizon beside him. Kramer taking himself, patient running once again, still on his feet. Nick Kramer showing great vision on that run, and it's a first down for the Trojans. I'll tell you what, the patience shown from Kramer and the vision out of the backfield has been impressive here tonight. So we've reached 8 minutes to go here in this ball game. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Kramer hands it off to Woods, and a big burst here for the senior running back. He's tripped up, but that's near the line to gain. 2nd and 2 coming up for Alexander. Woods and Kramer have carried the load for this Alexander offense throughout the season. Woods 101 carries on the year. Both Kramer and Woods have scored 10 rushing touchdowns apiece, and they each average over 5.5 yards per carry. Kramer hands it off to Woods, and he's wrapped up, but not before he's able to cross the line to gain. 1st and 10 coming up for the Trojans, as Woods finding himself more and more involved here in the second half, as the Trojans look to wear down this Braves front, as they've committed to the run game here in the second half. And give this Alexander front 5 credit. 1st and 10, handoff to Woods, another big hole. Woods is just getting chunks of yardage each time he touches the ball, as I believe that's a 6-yard gain. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. This Alexander offensive line clearing massive holes on this drive. And a lot of them have been cleared by Connor Thompson and Gavin Smith-Crandall on that left side. Woods, the deep man once again. He takes the handoff, this time to the right side. Diving forward. Gain of about 3, 3rd and 1 coming up for Alexander. 4-down territory for the Trojans, as they're inside the 35-yard line, ball at the 34. We'll see what the Trojans elect to do here. So we've seen them go to Kramer for the sneak and short yardage already. But this time they fake the run up the middle, and Kramer on the sweep. 1st down and more inside the 25. Clock comes to a stop with 5:42 remaining. Alexander nearing the red zone. What a play call from head coach Tim Sawyer, as the misdirection up the middle took plenty of Avon defenders with it, and Kramer able to run free along the edge. So 5:25 as clock restarted after the ball was placed. Hand off to Bizon, and this time a big stop by the Braves defense. Nicholas Antkowiak and Logan Austin in the backfield. And I'm not sure about that play call. If you're Alexander, you had been taking chunks of yardage going with your fast athletes out of the backfield. This time you give it to your power guy Bizon, and he goes nowhere. But give Avon's defensive front credit for creating the penetration. Kramer takes it himself this time. He has room, spinning forward for a gain of about 10 yards. I think that's going to be a 3rd and 3 coming up for Alexander. We'll see where they place it. And yes, 3rd and 3 coming up for the Trojans now. Time ticking, near 4 minutes to go in this ball game. A touchdown and a PAT would give the Trojans the lead. Kramer under center. Takes it himself on the sneak. And he got the first down. Strong running from Kramer. Diving over tacklers for the yardage needed for the first. And clock continues to wind with 3:55 to go. Ball's at the 11-yard line. Trojans can still pick up a first down at the 1. This could be the ball game here if the Trojans can come through with the touchdown and the PAT. Kramer, handoff to Woods, looking for room. Fighting forward. Short gain. Ooh, actually a gain of about 4. And Alexander is going to call its first time out of the half.
Called by Avon.
I think. All right, so we believe Avon's called the timeout here to stop the clock. Because I saw an official point this way, but I've been corrected. So we believe that was a timeout called by Avon. It's going to be a 2nd and 6 coming up for the Trojans, and there's 3:25 remaining in this ball game. Before we get too crazy here, we're going to show you our sponsors once again: Casella Waste, Empire Tractor, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, Martha Burns, a licensed real estate salesperson at Keller Williams Realty, and Legendary Mobile Laser Tag. Thank you to all of our sponsors throughout the season for bringing you live coverage of Section 5 football. So here we go. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Trojans out of the timeout. Time ticking down in this final quarter. Fumble! But it looked like Alexander was able to fall on it, but still a critical loss, as that's going to set up a 3rd and 10 here. Looked like the snap was mishandled. And now a 3rd and 11, as a matter of fact. Alexander, a huge mistake as they lose 4 or 5 on that play. That might change the play call here. As Alexander's done their work on the ground on this drive, but they may be forced to go to the air. Kramer takes the snap, looking to throw, under pressure, gets it away into the end zone, and it falls incomplete. A few Alexander fans wanted a flag, but not sure. As a flag is out on the play, and our scoreboard has once again gone dead here. So don't mind the clock. We do apologize for that. The stream still alive with you here, so we're not going to worry about the scoreboard. I'm going to turn the scoreboard off here. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We experienced some at the beginning of the broadcast, and they've cropped back up here with our scoreboard. Okay, and it looks like I may be able to get that going again. Hold on. Okay, let's see. All right, so it looks like I've resolved
whatever issue we did have, but a 4th and 11 coming up here for Alexander, and it will decide the game, or could decide the game, I should say. So it's been an interesting game all around, whether it be behind the camera or in front of the camera. And it's reached its climax here with this 4th down and 11 facing the Trojans. 2:39 to play. Kramer out of the shotgun. Bizon beside him. Kramer back to pass. Going to the end zone, up top. Incomplete, no flag. And the Avon defense celebrates as they can taste victory following the turnover on downs from the Trojans. 2:30 remaining. I believe Alexander still has 3 timeouts, but a huge stop from this Braves defense. And Avon takes back over. 2.5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. What a game, as the Braves look to salt this one away. They may need a couple of first downs to do so. Handoff up the middle, good stand by the Trojans defense.
Ball carried by number 7, Thomas Welch.
And head coach Tim Sawyer out there to call the timeout. 2:22 remaining here. If I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. What a game this has been. Avon 2:22 away from advancing to another Class D title game, and Alexander 2:22 away from suffering yet another heartbreak at the hands of the Braves. 7 straight losses for Alexander against Avon, dating back to 2004. And the Braves very close to making it an 8th straight win over their Class D rival. Here we go with 2:22. We'll resume play out of the timeout. Awaiting the snap is Rowland, who's in the shotgun with Welch. Rowland takes the snap, looking to run himself. And he doesn't go far, and another timeout called by Alexander. They have 1 remaining with 2:16 remaining in the 4th. So correction, Alexander has no timeouts remaining, we believe. Obviously no stat keeper, but we do our best to follow along up here. Best maybe putting it a bit strongly, but so we believe that's the final timeout for Alexander here in the 4th. So if they get the stop, they'll likely get the ball back, I believe, with right around 1:30 remaining, give or take. So two game clocks. I'm not good at math, never have been. So maybe another correction. Maybe could get it as far as 1 minute to go here, could the Braves, depending on what happens on this 3rd down play as the handoff goes to Welch near a first down. As I forgot to change the down and distance, my apologies, but that was a 3rd and 5 play. And Avon thinks it might have a first down. But no, it's going to be a 4th and 1.
coming up, and maybe an interesting decision here for the Braves, as it looks like the offense is still on the field, but I think what Coach Englert may elect to do here is take the play clock all the way down and then call a timeout to talk things over and make what is a critical decision here in the late stages of the game. So timeout called by Avon with 1:28 remaining, and decision time for Coach Englert, although some may say the decision is easy, because if you don't get this first down, if you decide to go for it, that would give Alexander a golden opportunity to tie and take the lead. So I believe that we'll see the Avon punting unit, but then again, with a 4th and 1 coming up, never say never. And I think we will see the Braves punting unit on the field here, as it looks like Dylan Smith out there to warm up. Once again, it's been a great ball game here at Avon High School. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. We'd like to thank our fantastic sponsors for bringing you yet another live broadcast. Had some struggles here on our side, but we've gotten through it, and I'm glad that we did. Casella Waste, Empire Tractor, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, Keller Williams and Real Estate Salesperson Martha Burns, and Legendary Laser. Thanks a lot to those businesses. 128 awaiting the kick. Alexander tried to block it, but Braves get it away. Takes a lateral bounce, and now it would bounce near the feet of Merrill, but didn't quite touch him, and the Trojans are going to take over here. So 1:16 remaining. 1st and 10 coming up for Alexander, which has no timeouts, but with the way that they've been able to throw the ball at times this year, this is still plenty of time for Kramer to move his team down the field within striking distance. So here we go, this drive for all the marbles. Kramer back to throw, going deep, a jump ball near the sideline, and it's knocked away. Looks like the officials were contemplating a pass interference call, but no call made, and 1:08 remaining. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Didn't look like the Avon defender got his head around, and also looked like there was a bit of contact there, but the officials keep the flags in their pockets with 1:08 to play. Kramer in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Snap, looking to throw, flushed out. Across his body, down the field, and out of the reach of his intended target, Braden Woods. So 59 seconds remaining. Trojans now facing a 3rd and 10. And the deep ball really hasn't been working for Alexander at most times throughout this game, and being at midfield with 1 minute to go, you'd think they may decide to dial up some passes near the sideline, but instead they just elected to go deep, and it hasn't worked the first 2 times as they now face a 3rd and 10. See if the Trojans once again go for the big play, or maybe try to cut this potential 4th down conversion in half. 59 seconds remaining. Quick snap. Flag comes out. And Kramer near the 1st down, out of bounds, but it looks like we could have an illegal procedure penalty here on the Trojans, as that snap was quite quick and it didn't look like the Trojans were lined up correctly. And that is the call, and that will set Alexander back following the 1st down run from Kramer, which is wiped off the board. It's now a 3rd and 15. Here we go, 52 seconds remaining. 3rd and 15 for the Trojans. Kramer takes the snap, looking to throw. Crosses body, tipped up, and falls to the turf incomplete. And here we go, 4th and 15. But a late flag comes in. And Avon is pointing in the directions of the Trojans. Could be a sideline warning. And that is the call.
Sideline warning.
So 4th and 15 coming up for the Trojans. 46 seconds remaining. If Avon gets this stop, they will punch their ticket to the Class D title game and end Alexander's run of 5 straight championship games, which have included 2 sectional championship victories. Here we go, 46 seconds remaining. 4th and 15. Kramer takes the snap, looking to throw. He's pressured, forced to step up, goes downfield, nothing doing. The Braves get the stop, and Avon's going to win this ball game. The Braves now 1 win away from their 2nd consecutive Class D title game, and perhaps the end of an era for the Trojans as they fail to advance to their 6th straight Section 5 championship game. What a run for Tim Sawyer and his group. But Andy Englert and his group have proved to be a thorn in the Trojan side. Rowland takes the final kneel, and that will do it here from Avon High School. What a ball game between these 2 quality Class D programs. The Braves are marching on 13-7 winners over Alexander here tonight. And as you may have heard, Avon will advance to take on Oakfield, Alabama Elba in the Class D final next week. The Aggies rolled, visiting Calmon Byron Burgeon in their semifinal matchup. That game will be a rematch of an Avon loss, Avon's only loss this season, at the hands of OAE by a final score of 24-7 in Week 6. So that's going to do it here from Avon High School. And before we get out of here, once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, beginning with Casella Waste. Casella, your #1 service provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Looking for residential pickup at your house, a dumpster, or roll-off service for your place of business? Call Casella Waste and check out their great rates on local waste removal. Casella, your #1 provider for all your waste and recycling needs. Casella, always putting your waste to work. Call 585-308-0662 today for a quote. And now that we have your attention, we'll award the Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. And we're going to give it to Andrew Rowland, the senior quarterback for this Avon team. An interception, game-winning touchdown, threw the first touchdown. So although I had to think for a moment, I guess it's pretty much a no-brainer. Andrew Rowland, your Casella Waste Athlete of the Game. And we'll also, at this time, award the TF Browns Top Trench Performer. And considering how quality of a matchup this was tonight, a back-and-forth affair, we're going to give that to one of these Alexander players. Actually, you know what? We're going to give it to 2. Gavin Smith Crandall and Cole Dean made a difference up front today for Alexander, and they take home the TF Browns Top Trench Performer Award. We'd also like to thank Empire Tractor, your local New Holland dealer, selling a full range of tractors and farm equipment. Empire Tractor is also proud to sell Dixie Chopper zero-turn mowers, which is the world's fastest mower, and they are now selling and servicing the Coyote line of tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Check out their website, empiretractor.com, or visit in person right in front of the Genesee County Fairgrounds in Batavia. Also, Georgian Swede Sales and Service, a full-service equipment dealership located in Pavilion. Established in 1983, Georgian Swede has been providing exceptional sales, rentals, parts, and service for over 35 years. Whether you need excavators, wheel loaders, trailers, rollers, or skid steers, Georgian Swede has the equipment you need, including Hyundai construction equipment. Georgian Swede has been a dealer of Hyundai construction equipment since 1994, selling and servicing Hyundai machines longer than anyone in the state. Also, we'd like to thank Martha Burns, licensed real estate salesperson for Keller Williams Realty. Martha Burns is always going the extra yard for you. Contact Martha at Keller Williams by calling 585-319-8517 or stop at their new location on Megan Drive in Geneseo. And also, legendary mobile laser tag. We bring the fun to you. 480 potential games for birthdays, groups, team buildings, festivals, you name it. Located at 142 D'Angelo Parkway in Avon. Like us on Facebook or go to our website, gametruckparty.com/avon/parties/laser-tag or call 585-313-7032. So, final reminder of tonight's broadcast. Be sure to join us tomorrow at noon. The Class C semifinal, the Leroy Knights hosting the Bath Haverling Rams. My name is Alex Brasky for the Batavia Daily News and Livingston County News. Thank you for joining us. A 13-7 win for Avon. They're marching on to the Class D final. We'll see you next time.